Hello, Jeff Helvin here with Ballen Brands, and today I want to talk to you about IDX, and more specifically IDX Broker. So we've done a lot of research on our real estate websites that we produce for our clients to find the best IDX tool available, and there's a number of things that play a role in what IDX can do. So we're going to focus on those particular things today. Now, what I have up right now is one of our themes. This is our theme 3 for our Brews, which is a Ballen real estate website. And we do build those from scratch. We have certain layouts that we work with. Again, this is one of those layouts. And one of the huge components of this is the IDX integration. So not only do we write blog posts and, of course, have your team page and about you and things of that nature, but most specifically, what we're able to do with this is about lead capture, and it's about integrating this tool in order to help with our lead capture. So we want to go over some of the features that are available here. Now, if you look on the website that I have up here, we're going to see we have our navigation across the top, but we have here a search for homes. And if I scroll down, we've got featured locations, which I'm going to dig into those a little bit more. We've got some call to action buttons, so we can get more specific with the properties that we're looking for. We have something like local area listings where you're able to choose very specifically like what area, whether by zip code or certain demographics that we're looking for, or geographic location, I should say, price points, things of that nature. These are all different elements that we can specify in our search in order to get just exactly what you want to show here on your own homepage. Okay, and then if we scroll down, we've got things like our testimonials and get to know us and blogs and so forth. But again, today specifically, we're focused on the IDX integration in particular. So we have this is part of your IDX integration, those listings. We have a page here I can click over to that's going to have IDX on it. We've got feature locations that we have built in IDX. And of course, we have our search for homes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on that search for homes. And this is going to take me to our basically like an advanced search page. Okay, so from here you'll see I can dig right into. Now there's advanced search, there's a specific listing if you already know what that is for the customer. We've got addresses, and we've got a map search. So right now I'm showing you all of the consumer features, and then I'm going to jump over to the actual admin side so that you're able to see as a real estate agent what you're able to do for your particular buyers and for your website. So you'll see here I can choose anything here. I mean, these are all your basics, like what type of property it is, subtypes, if your MLS has those, status, whether we only want to show active listings or coming soon or pending, things of that nature. Again, based on city, county, postal code, right, your locations, minimum and maximum price points, so you can really kind of reduce what we're searching or what results we're getting here based on that. Bedroom, square foot, of course, kind of your standards. One of the other cool things is we're also able to do, like I only want to see homes with images or that have virtual tours or open houses. So you could even reduce your search results just based on those. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that too, on how we can use that on our website, where I can actually create a page of upcoming open houses, for example, which is really cool. And then how many results per page, how we want to sort it, newest listings or so forth. But if you'll see, I scroll down and we get a ton of additional details. Now you can control which parts, which fields that we want to display to our end users. But we can say things like I only want to find ones that have built-in ovens, or I only want to look for ones that have above-ground pools. So depending on your MLS fields and your MLS values, these will change, right, based on specifically what's in your particular market. So really important here that we can have control over that, a really nice feature, of course. And we also have the map search, which is very popular as well. So it'll pop up a map here. Same thing, I can do minimum, maximum price points. I can add some filters to it, baths and square footage, things of that nature. So that's all built in as part of the IDX integration as well. Now, on top of that, when I go to locations, for example, and I want to now get further into like a specific community, right? So I might click on a community and I'm looking for, oh, do I want to live there, right? So what we have here is a lot of different information about the actual area and so forth, but then we actually have homes for sale in that particular community. So it's not a button that they have to click off to and go find more details or whatever. We're actually showing them properties that are available right now in that particular community in which they're interested. Now, further, what we're able to do is up here, we've even got price points built in as well. And we could even do number of bedrooms. We could do things like that. So you can build different widgets specifically for the types of properties that you're looking to show your audience. So it's a really, really cool feature that lets us get very specific and very, beneficial, of course, to your end user, because we're giving them exactly what they want. So this is not available on all IDX integrations. There's also a difference between an IDX like this that plugs into your website, that looks on the page and has your theme, versus one that we click off. A lot of times we get asked, oh, my MLS provides an IDX search. Well, usually in those we have to frame in the actual IDX, so it doesn't give us the same value to the client, because they have to continue to do new searches in order to get the information they're after. Whereas on this, it looks like it's baked right in, and I'm able to give them exactly what they want. So it's huge benefit, for how this IDX is integrated. All right, so that's the consumer side. Now, on the agent side, the benefits that we have here, again, are just incredible. We've got lots of different things that we can do. So I'm able to control your lead settings. So when someone does register on IDX, they drop right in here into the lead section. So I have, easy updates there. I can set them up on saved searches. I can do specific properties. If you have the platinum version, you can actually save market reports as well. And this will put them on an email, just like you might do from your own MLS, right? We can put them on a saved search, but now it's driving them back to your website. It's not just keeping them in a separate MLS portal, but it's actually getting them interacting with the website, which then also helps, of course, with search engines and time on site and actions. So really a lot of great opportunity by having this integrated in and actually setting up saved searches specifically through the IDX broker integration. So I can create leads in here if I have them coming offline somehow. I can import a batch of leads. I can export all my leads into a different program if we need to do that. We could also do contact routing. So if you actually have teams, for example, you can have multiple agents, and we could do lead routing and stuff for agents. And then this is where I was saying the lead registration. I'm able to do some very advanced settings. So I'm able to actually choose what fields I'm collecting. I have the ability to have SMS alerts sent to me as people register as well, as part of the platinum version. And I'm able to control, like, what do they see after it happens, and what types of emails do they have to log in if they're getting the emails. We can control all that as well. We've got some registration rules. This is really where the key is. Okay, so we find that registration, when we force registration on our website, we want to have a good balance. Okay, a pretty standard one would be like, let them look at 3 properties and then force them to register. Well, we're looking for something a little more dynamic than that, because we want to get them when they're ready, right? When they're engaged and they're trying to do something. So what we do is we actually force registration on the photo gallery. So if someone goes to the website and they click on a particular property, they can click on as many properties as they want and keep looking around. We don't force any registration on that whatsoever. But then when I click View Photo Gallery, that's when it's going to pop up. Now, of course, again, this is our demo site, so we don't have that happening, but we have this pop up so that they actually get the registration prompt when they're trying to look at photos. So we have just found that that's a good mix between letting people use the website as a tool and then also asking for their information at an appropriate time. Now, that's just our particular use. We can change all kinds of settings, as you'll see. We can make it only register on map searches. You can have that like an advanced feature. Search our website, but when you want to use the map search, then register. We can do that. Certain search pages, the results pages, meaning how many pages, the actual, I did a search and then I get results. The details page, which would be the individual properties. But you'll see we have request information for registration and we have force registration. And on each of those, I can choose how many pages can they view before we force it. And then I can also customize the actual message that they get when the registration is requested or required. So a lot of really cool features. It's a very big feature here with this IDX broker in particular that we find is very critical. One other note I'll make is that we're able to, when we look at leads, we're actually able to get the IP address of the person, of the lead that registered. Okay, so that's important for us because we're able to do tracking, not necessarily the person. I mean, we know the person based on their IP address, but we're able to track back what's working, which is very important in how we like to do our business. So that's another big part that not all IDX services offer, And so it's another big one here that's a good value for you, that once you do get the leads, you know where they're coming from, what they're doing, and again, we get that all integrated for you on the website. So moving on from there, you can control your listings. You'll show what's active, sold or pending, what's off market. I can actually add supplemental listings, meaning if there's listings that you have that are off market, you can actually still put them into this system and display them on your website as if they're part of the MLS, which is really cool. There's some messages obviously that are like internal for IDX specifically and their updates and things that they're making. And then under design, I have a lot of opportunities here too, where I'm able to kind of change what shows up on the pages. What we use this the most for though is under the widgets. So I'm actually able to create widgets, like I mentioned, with very specific types of properties. So whether it be price points, we'll just do a sample one here so you can see. So we'll create a new widget. We say we want to do a showcase, so they have different types of widgets, but we want to do the showcase. It kind of puts them as tiles on the page. We're going to say we're going to do a custom search, and you'll notice I could have done polygon and things of that nature as well. If I want to do map searches, I'm going to do advanced search. So what that does is it pulls up all those same fields that I was looking at on the front end of the website, so I can create particular properties. I could do a search in this area that allows dogs, that is a 2-story. So I can get very, very specific and actually create that widget and create a page for people that are looking for pet-friendly homes for sale or something like that. So again, a lot that type of detail that we can dig down into, it's just hugely valuable. So that's another option that we're able to do, and we're able to specify which fields. There's probably 200 fields in our MLS that we could make available. We don't want to make them all available. They don't all make sense to the end consumer or for building out pages, but we are able to specify which ones we want available and which ones we don't need to have available. So I can also create saved links that allows me to create specifically like a social link. So it'll actually track how many clicks that went through. I can change my registration rules on that particular link. A lot of really cool features there as well. So those are really kind of the main reasons or the main value over like the IDX integration that we do, maybe versus some others. You have to be careful about systems being buggy. Some IDXs, they load really slow. There's a lot of debate on whether subdomains or subcategories are good for IDX integrations, but we've been using this for years. We found that it has a great return on our investment into it with the search engines and how it ranks. And as well as the controls that we have, it really helps us capture a good amount of leads and the kind of leads that we're looking to collect. So if you have any questions on this or anything else, by any means, you can reach out to us at team@ballenbrands.com.